This week marks VE Day, or Victory in Europe as it was known when the Second World War came to an end. And I can only think that all the people who were planning particular events for this special day, a day when we have moved in the UK a bank holiday to the Friday to mark that moment, I can only imagine that they envisaged a very different situation for our country and for all the celebrations that will be taking place to mark this time. Of course, we find ourselves in a very different position, contending as we do with all the impact and consequences of COVID-19. However, we still want to mark this special day, and here at MHA we know that so many of our residents themselves were part of that campaign and conflict which ended in 1945, that their lives were affected in so many different ways in that struggle to prevail. Back in January, I was fortunate enough to speak with one of our residents at Woodlands in Cheshire to talk with him a little bit about his experience on D-Day, on one of the defining moments of the Second World War. And I just want you to spend a few moments listening to Theo. Like Theo, so many of our residents and scheme members have made an extraordinary contribution to the life of this nation. And as we mark VE Day, we think of the current struggle that we're engaged in, and I hope that we take strength and encouragement from their example and their experience. Out of the Second World War, things changed in our society, not least with the arrival and institution of the National Health Service. And I believe that as we emerge out of COVID-19, we'll have the opportunity to make changes that will have an enduring and potentially beneficial impact if we all work together and choose to promote and pursue the common good. As we mark VE Day, I hope that you will take the opportunity with members that we may be in touch with in live at home schemes or in retirement living and care home where we are looking after residents, taking a moment to mark this day and to reflect on how far we've come since those dreadful events and realise that together, once again, we can make changes for the good that will endure.